Good morning. My name is Manny Mendoza, Operational Section Chief for Northern Rockies Team 6. Probably been used to having Ben Wagner up here, but he's out in the field today, so I'm going to replace him. So yeah, let's talk about the fire. What I want to hit on today is a few things. Number one is our strategy with this fire. I know we've got some rain on the fire. Last night, we got some really good beneficial rain up north in the mid part of the fire, and that's really helping the suppression efforts on this. As we go around the horn, a lot of good repair work in here. So a lot of these lines on the eastern fire where the fire's been suppressed for the main part, putting some of those suppression lines to rest, fixing some of the fences, and getting that put to bed for future. Still planning and keeping it in the back of our mind if we do get a lot of rain and some flash flooding. But for the most part, that's, we're kind of moving those troops out of there as they finish those lines back into the suppression areas that we have going on. As we move around in the south part, again, making sure that line around Rye and West is complete and done. But for the most part, we're pulling those suppression equipment out of the pumps, the hoses and whatnot, and getting that back to camp. As you know, we've been allowing a lot of people into the area. And a lot of that is because, again, back to the priority that we put in Bravo in this area, but they've done a lot of good work in that area. It's really steep, really arduous terrain, and that line is looking really good. Talking with the division soup out there, high confidence that fire is going to hold. So again, our main priority and strategy was keeping the fire from going south and moving west. And again, to keep the fire from impacting critical values at risk, like the community of Rye and other places in there. And we've done that. So feeling really good and a lot of good hard work in there. As we move around and into the San Isabel area, again, lifting evacuations in there, letting folks in. I just want folks to remember that there's a lot of good suppression work that still needs to be done. And so folks can think about that and give some firefighters some space. There's still a lot of big, heavy trucks moving in there. They're pulling water out of the lake, helicopters moving around. So if folks are in that area, just be thoughtful of the suppression actions going in there. As we move in further out, again, our strategy with that fire being in that area, some really rocky, cliffy, hard terrain, our strategy was to make sure we have that fire so it doesn't move west. And you're using our primary line that's out here in what we call Division Charlie. Really hardening that and beefing it up. I was out there yesterday, a lot of good work, widening those roads, felling trees and getting them out of the way in case we have to go back into suppression mode in there. So a lot of good work, and that looks really good. So a lot of folks in there. But for the most part, with the rain, it has helped, but still some work to get done. The real focus that we've been working on right now, and if you guys have seen the last 3 nights, we've had some incredible lightning storms. And even with the rain, there's been some new starts. So we've had one a few days ago, which was called the Salt Fire down in here just on the wilderness boundary. We had another one, what we call Horse Creek in this area. That was about 1.5 acres, but we got folks on it really fast and some aviation equipment and got that one knocked down. They'll be back in there today to put that fire out. And then we had one really far north that it was a real arduous terrain. We couldn't land a helicopter. Those folks were hiking in last night. It got dark and they'll be in there today. It's pretty small, about 1/10 of an acre, but we'll suppress that fire. With the lightning last night, I'm sure we'll get more reports. But so folks understand anything in this area, while we still have the fire responsibility for the fire, our other focus is to make sure new starts that come up, we pounce on those and suppress those. So that'll be the main focus in the coming days. Also, just want to prepare folks probably in the next couple days. Let's see, today's Saturday. On Tuesday, it'll be a new team. We have a new team coming in to replace us, and with the work and the complexity that's still out there, we're going to hand that off to a new team. So you'll see some new faces, and as they come in, start trickling in on Sunday, we'll brief them on Monday and do an overlap shadow day, we call that. And so we hand off really good information, just like the Alaska team before us did for us and gave us a good package. So again, I'd want to just say thank you to the community. They've been really helpful and saying thanks to the firefighters, and they're the ones really going out there and doing the work. So I do appreciate just the warm, welcoming community. It does help as these guys have to go out, not after this fire, but all summer. So appreciate that. Thank you.